Hey YouTube, it is me, Tamika, Black Fever 26, coming to you guys yet again with another video. As I said, y'all gonna be seeing me quite often now that I'm able to make videos at my own leisure. My purpose for making this video today is for two different reasons. One, the first reason is just to tell you guys to be happy in this holiday season. We too often take things for granted, and we are here yet again another year to see not only Thanksgiving come and go, but now with God's grace we can wake up and see Christmas and hopefully go into the new year with a new mind frame of acceptance, appreciation, Thanksgiving. You know, it's just so surreal, so many things that's going on in my life that I know that there are so many others that are out there that are experiencing different things, and some good, some bad. And I have experienced a whole whirlwind of situations throughout this entire year, and not for once did I not take each situation, as I want to call it, as a learning experience. I'm not going to say that I'm the type of person that never gets down. I'm not going to say that I'm the type of person who never gets frustrated, fed up, aggravated, and I can be a real bitch sometimes, just like many of us can. But at the end of the day, it is all a learning experience. So I just want to tell everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Of course, you guys will see me before the New Year. But just embrace each and every moment that you can spend with family, friends, YouTube family. You know, we come on each and every chance that we get, and we share so many of our emotions with one another, and we don't even know who we're talking to. So just love on one another. Another reason why I wanted to come on with this video today is because last night before going to bed, I watched quite a few videos. I am still kind of behind on some, but I still try and, you know, keep up. And I saw a video by FreeMe351. And she is such an amazing person. For those of you who are not subscribed to her, please subscribe to her. She is so beautiful. She is coming into herself more and more each and every video I see and watch of her. I'm so happy for her, so proud of her and all of her accomplishments. And her last video that I personally watched was one where she was sharing her story with why she chose LapBand. And I said to myself, you know, I open up to YouTube and I give bits and pieces of what's going on in my life, and I feel like it's necessary for me to share with you all why I chose LapBand surgery. I kind of briefly touched on it in my last video, but let me just go back. And you know, I want to prepare you guys. This may be a lengthy video, so you know, if you don't have time to watch it, I understand. But just for those of who really want to get to know Tamika, this is me opening up. And one thing I can say for those of the people that I do communicate with on the telephone on a one-on-one basis that know me from YouTube know that it's very difficult for me to open up and let people into my personal space. So for me to do this is pretty big, and I know that it took a lot out of Natasha to I'm sorry, FreeMe351 is her YouTube name. I know that it took a lot for her to tell her story, and I was crying right along with her. So, as my story may not be as heartfelt, I still feel the need to express it. So here we are. As I said in my last video, about 9 years ago, my PCP, primary care physician, I brought it to my doctor's attention that I was overweight. And of course my doctor knew that. I was not morbidly obese at that time, but I was just, overweight. I believe 9 years ago I was weighing around 220. So, I mentioned to my physician that I tried everything in the world to lose weight, and I explained to her that I'm not a big eater, I'm not a snacker, I don't overeat. I don't understand why every single year I'm gaining more and more weight. Not only that, every time I have a child, I gain weight, and it's very difficult for me to lose the weight. So, and another thing with me, when I get pregnant, for some reason, my health declines drastically for some unknown reason that no one can ever figure out, and I have to go on bed rest. And usually I have my children early or whatever. But anyway, so I gain a lot of weight, and I cannot lose the weight. So my doctor suggested at that time gastric bypass, and at that time gastric bypass was still fairly new. I hadn't heard too many people that did it, and I was just not comfortable with the fact that they're going to go inside my body and rearrange all of my organs and whatever. This is just what I knew about it at that point in time. I didn't want to do homework on it because I didn't care for it. I didn't want to do it. Got a personal trainer, lost weight, did really well, and out of nowhere I started seeing that my left foot was swollen, and it was swollen to the point where it would not fit in a sock, it would not fit into a shoe, it just was swollen. It didn't hurt until the point to where it was so much fluid and so swollen to the point where any touch was stinging. My skin, you can see that it was stretching so much to where it was scary because it looked like it would split open at any second. My doctor didn't know why. She just said that it was because my body was overexerting itself. It was not used to working out, and for me to stop working out and to see a nutritionist. I started seeing a nutritionist, which then I was diagnosed with a very, very slow metabolism. My metabolism was not functioning properly. I was not having enough bowel movements in a week. I would go sometimes 2 to 3 weeks without a bowel movement, and they said that that was deadly, and I didn't know that at that time. It was normal for me. However, nonetheless, the nutritionist put me on if I remember properly, I believe it was a 1,600 calorie diet where I had to eat 6 times a day, and that was so hard for me because I was the type of person that would eat once a day and be fine with it. I've always been that type of person. Moving right along, because I know my story is getting long and drawn out. Who's at the door? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get my kids to go to bed early. It's Christmas Eve. But anyway. So, long story short, I was getting sick, vomiting all the time because I was not used to eating so much. So, I still continued to try to lose weight on my own. I tried Weight Watchers, Slim Fast, Jenny Craig. I tried just eating right. While I was doing the 1,600 calorie diet, I did find myself losing weight. But I don't know if it was because I was eating right and speeding up my metabolism, or if it was from all of the vomiting. So I just stopped that completely. And throughout the years, I would lose and I would gain. I did go through a point in time for a very, which seemed to be the longest 1.5 years ever of severe depression. That year was a very, very, very tough time for me. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I hate talking about things that takes me back to an unhappy time in my life. But that was a rough year for me. I felt like my world was turning upside down. I felt like I was no longer needed on earth. I didn't know what my purpose was. I didn't know what was happening, what I did to deserve so much cruelty to be done unto me. I just didn't know, what was going on. So in that time, I put on quite a bit of weight, and once again, never lost that weight. Yeah, so then, still battling with my weight, going up and down, I decided that I was going to become the plus size diva. Because I just got it stuck in my head that I was never going to lose weight. I was always going to be on the heavy side, and I needed to make the best of that situation and deal with it. So from that point, my best friend gave me the name Black Diva, because once I put that in my head, it was a wrap. I blew my own head up to the point to where no one could tell me I was ugly. No one could tell me I was fat. No one could tell me I could not do this. No one could tell me I could not succeed at that. I wanted my children to grow up and know that no matter how you look, you can do whatever you want, because I got turned down from so many job opportunities because I was overweight. I got turned down from very, very good jobs, and I had to tell myself, you know what? You have to sell yourself. Your personality is what makes everything, to where they can look beyond the plus size. And so that's what I did. Anyway, so I became the plus size diva. I started dressing different. I started carrying myself different. The whole nine. Until one day I moved, and I moved out of state, which was, as you all know, last year, almost 2 years ago. And my doctor, the very first visit, the doctor looked at me, and when he looked at the weight that was on the paper, he couldn't believe it. Because the way that I looked, I didn't look like my weight. I didn't feel like I weighed over 300 pounds. At the time that I saw my doctor, you guys, I was almost 400 pounds. I was 380 some odd pounds. But I didn't feel like that. And he couldn't believe it. But I had never had high blood pressure, never had high cholesterol, never had any problems except for the battle that I was going through with my lower extremities. I know that I skip over that all the time with you guys. I just give you brief descriptions and tell you that I have problems with my lower extremities. But it was bad. I started getting leg ulcers about 9 years ago. And to this day, I don't know and I don't believe that that's what it is. But I can never get a diagnosis because the doctors just don't know what's going on with me. I'm a plus size girl, you guys. And the veins are skinnier than a toothpick. my veins in my body do not fit my body. So the circulation in my legs are extremely poor. It was to the point to where I could not walk for long periods of time, but I would make myself do it. My legs would be aching, but I would not show that on the outside. I would not tell anyone what I was going through. I would not, I didn't want to feel like a burden on anyone. I didn't always want to be the type of person that complained, because I didn't want anyone to feel like I wanted pity. But anyway, so I battled with the doctors wanting to amputate my legs, and I told them no over and over again. I was not going to settle for that. How would I provide for my children? How would I live? So 2 years ago, my doctor introduced me to LapBand. I did some research. He told me how imperative it was for me to try and get some of the weight off. That way my blood would be able to flow better and easier. And so I had the surgery, and here I am today. And honestly, you guys, it's the best decision I have ever made. I never thought that I would be at this point. I never thought that I would be small again. And I'm still a plus size girl, but I never thought that I would have so much joy putting on clothes. I never thought that I would have so much emotions being taken off of a medication. I never thought that I would be able to walk without being in pain. I never thought that my children were suffering because of my weight. I never thought. So, this is a very emotional journey for me, you guys. Very emotional. And I'm the type of person who does not like to show emotions. Never likes to show emotions. And there's so many days where I just want to sit and cry for no reason. But some days I'm so thankful that my days are extremely busy, because there's no time to cry. You know, there's no time for that. I should be happy. I should be enjoying everything. And that's what I do. I enjoy every pound that's lost. But I feel that I should celebrate. But I just don't know how. Sometimes, you know, I feel as if I'm still trapped in a big girl's body that still does not know how to get out. You know, I have so many NSVs. I have so many things to be grateful and thankful for that I miss out on celebrating. But hey, what can we do about it, right? Anyway, I wanted to show you guys a body shot. Let me see. I'm in a room that has basically nothing in it, so let's see if I can do this really quick. I don't know if you guys can see me because it may be too far, but this is me from the front. This is me from the side, the back, the side, and the front again. What you see is what you get, you guys. So yeah, you guys, I started this journey so long ago, and I'm very happy and thankful. And I just want you guys to appreciate every single moment that you have. No matter if they're good moments or bad. And enjoy your holiday season. Embrace it. Because we never know what's going to happen. I love you guys so much. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Smooches.